What is happening with AMC? So will AMC go up or will it continue going down? Well, here I just wanted to share with you some insights and things that I found that are quite interesting. And then you can go ahead and leave the comments below some of your thoughts or other things that you've researched and found that might be helpful to include. And by no means, this is not financial advice. Make sure you go out there and do your own research. And this is actually my first video on this channel where I'm pretty much just documenting myself, learning investing, finance, and just sharing with you some cool things that I found. So right now, currently when I'm filming this, AMC's price is pretty much around the $9 mark. And as you can see, we are taking an L if you did get in the top. I'm negative right now and I'm just gonna hodl for now. But pretty much here I wanted to show you this. Pretty interesting is that BlackRock, they actually decided to disclose that they got around almost 6% ownership with AMC, which is a huge chunk inside of this company. And then I'm sure if you've seen other videos, you've probably seen that people are talking about this too. But there's one thing I noticed that not many people were mentioning, and I actually saw this from another video that they were mentioning about market trend and market press, essentially how much is being talked about. So here I am on this site, it's called Google Trends. And if you're familiar with this, then you already know how this works, but people use that a lot in marketing and keeping up with what's going around in the world. And right now I just searched up a term. So I typed AMC stock, and then here I switched it to worldwide. So pretty much, all around the world. And you can see by the way the trends work, you can basically tell like right this entire year of 2020 or last year, it was pretty much invisible. Like no one cared about it. And then all of a sudden, just like past week before, back pretty much the end of January, the search of this particular stock went crazy. And I'm sure if you guys were following the news, or you could literally just open up your phone, literally everything was about this. And there's a video where they're mentioning how you want to be careful when you see, once the marketing or the hype, I guess you could, simplify it as, dies down, then it's most likely going to follow suit in terms of the actual price. And you can go to the chart, and right now you can see basically right where Google Trends was trending, it went crazy, and then all of a sudden it starts to fall down. And the same thing follows suit here. The trends basically are dying down. And I'm filming this like February 3rd, so it's pretty much like in the middle. And that's one thing that I don't think people are even considering, because if you've noticed, I don't think I can show it. Maybe over here I can show it. But here right now it's just the same, give or take chart. This is like after hours pricing. But and also, by the way, I'm not no technical analysis or trading expert or anything. I'm just a dude sharing with you some things that I thought were interesting. But the volume, just past few days, initially it was around, I think, at least on Weibo it was set around 500 mil. And then just recently today it was only, like 200-ish mil or give or take. So you can tell the volume in terms of what could actually cause the price to go up has diminished significantly. And it also matches again with, how much are people actually looking this up. And I'm sure this probably follows suit with like GameStop and even the other currencies or stocks that people were mentioning. But one thing I would say is a lot of people that they're not even considering, and I'm sure if you're already an expert pro, you already know all this stuff, and eventually I'll be able to explain that when I learn it. But some people are saying like some crazy prices, right? And what people aren't considering is the market cap. It's hovering around the $3 billion mark, and for it to hit these ridiculous numbers that you see on Reddit or people are posting like the thousands, AMC's market cap would be astronomical compared to where it's at currently. And in the short term, I logically can't comprehend how it's going to even get close to those numbers. But realistically, if you were to say it matches like GameStop's market cap all-time high, I mean, you can see it maybe around like the 25-ish to 50-ish mark. But again, that was like maybe a few days ago when I was looking at that. Right now, we're currently going in a bearish trend, so we're going down right now. So obviously we'll have to see what happens. But in case you aren't really familiar with that, make sure you always double check, because if you say like some crazy number, like let's say 1,000, you just have to times that and then multiply and pretty much calculate the actual amount of money that this company would end up being valued at. And the current time it's at right now, yeah, it's in like the worst position, I'd say, to value at like a crazy amount. Maybe in the future, maybe a long-term hold, some craziness happens. Maybe, some big company buys it out and, upgrades it. Who knows what happens. But at least today, I would say it is something we just have to see what happens in the next few days. But In terms of the outrageous prices, I don't see how that makes sense. Maybe someone can, enlighten me on that in the comments below. Let me know. But also, one last thing I want to share with you that I thought was really interesting was this term people were moving around, essentially called a short ladder attack. Now, I'm not like a trader pro or anything, but apparently they're saying this is like a made-up term, at least on the Reddits. And like if you even click on Google, like this was posted 6 hours ago. And in short, what they're essentially saying is like the hedge funds were trading back and forth with each other and essentially just selling it at a lower price, which is artificially looks like the price is, going down and tanking. But in reality, it's just them, like, apparently they're saying it's manipulating it. But again, here it's stating that this isn't even, like, real. Like, it's not even, like, a real term. So again, maybe someone could link me to something where actually if this is a proper trading term, let me know. But at least from just a quick search I saw, it seems like this isn't, you can see, like, all these posts are 1 day, 2 days ago. And there's not, like, like an Investopedia or some definition that's been out here for like years. Even you can see here the terms here. So let me know that too, because again, you see things like on these Reddit forums or whatnot, and people are just passing around terms that make sense if you don't do your research. But looking now at it, it's like, hey, maybe it's just something to trick people into thinking something. But again, this is me just showing you some things I thought were pretty interesting. Remember, this is not financial advice. This is me just sharing with you some things I thought were cool. But aside from that, let me know what you think about AMC. Even other cool stocks you're checking out. And aside from that, is new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'll drop some more videos of things that I find cool in finance, investing, business, whatever. And aside from that, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.